Once in the quiet village of Olawoko, nestled between rolling hills and a flowing river, there lived a humble farmer named Bala. Bala was known throughout the village as a kind and honest man, though his fortunes had never been plentiful. His farm, passed down from his ancestors, was small and yielded just enough to feed his family. Still, Bala was grateful for what he had and worked tirelessly from dawn to dusk. Bala's closest companion was an old goat named Ajani. Ajani had been with Bala since the goat was a kid, and though most villagers would have sold such an animal long ago, Bala had grown attached. Ajani was not just a goat to Bala. He was family. The villagers often teased Bala for talking to Ajani as though the goat could understand him. Bala would laugh and reply, "Ajani listens better than most people." One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Bala was preparing to close the gate to his small pen when he heard a voice. "Bala, you have treated me with kindness all these years. It is time I repay you." Bala froze, his heart pounding in his chest. The voice had come from Ajani. The goat stood still, his deep brown eyes gazing at Bala with an intensity that felt almost human. Bala stumbled back, certain he must be imagining things. You can speak?" Bala stammered. Ajani nodded slowly. "Yes, but only to those who are pure of heart. Do not fear, Bala. I mean no harm." Bala's fear gave way to awe and curiosity. He had heard tales of animals with magical abilities, but they were always stories told by elders to entertain children. Yet here stood Ajani, speaking in a calm and wise voice. "Why now?" Bala asked, still trying to grasp the reality of the moment. "Because you have been kind to me, even when you had little to give. It is time I help you in return. Tomorrow, take me to the old baobab tree at the edge of the village. There, you will find a gift that will change your life." Bala could hardly sleep that night, his mind racing with thoughts of what Ajani had said. The old baobab tree was known in the village for its size and age, but no one paid it much attention. Bala decided to trust Ajani, for the goat had never led him astray before. The next morning, with Ajani by his side, Bala made his way to the baobab tree. The villagers watched him go, whispering among themselves. "There goes Bala, with his goat again," they said, shaking their heads. When Bala and Ajani reached the tree, the goat motioned with his head toward its base. "Dig there," Ajani instructed. Bala, armed with nothing but his bare hands, began to dig into the soft earth. It wasn't long before his fingers brushed against something hard. With care, he unearthed a small wooden box, intricately carved with symbols Bala did not recognize. "Open it," Ajani said. Inside the box lay a single golden seed. It shimmered in the sunlight, and Bala could feel its warmth as he held it in his palm. "Plant this in your field," Ajani explained. "It will grow into a tree that bears fruits, unlike any the village has ever seen. These fruits will bring you prosperity. But remember, only those who are generous and kind will benefit from them. If greed takes hold, the tree will wither and die." Bala returned home and planted the seed in the center of his field. Within days, the seed sprouted into a sapling, and within a week it had grown into a towering tree laden with golden fruits. The news spread quickly through the village, and soon people came to marvel at Bala's miraculous tree. Bala, remembering Ajani's words, decided to share the fruits with the villagers. Those who ate the fruit found themselves filled with energy and joy, and their crops flourished as if blessed by the heavens. Bala's once quiet farm became the heart of the village, a place where people gathered to celebrate and share stories. However, not everyone was content. A wealthy merchant named Adebayo, known for his greed and cunning, grew envious of Bala's newfound prosperity. He approached Bala under the guise of friendship. "Bala," Adebayo said, "you have done well for yourself. But think how much more you could achieve if you sold these fruits in the city. You could be rich beyond your dreams." Bala hesitated, remembering Ajani's warning. "The fruits are meant to be shared, not sold," he replied. But Adebayo was persistent. One night he sneaked into Bala's field and stole a sack of the golden fruits. As he carried them away, the tree began to wither before his eyes. By the time he reached his home, the fruits had turned to ash, and Adebayo's hands were blackened with soot. The next morning, the villagers gathered around the dying tree, their hearts heavy with sorrow. Bala turned to Ajani, who stood quietly by his side. "What can we do?" Bala asked. Ajani looked at the villagers and spoke. "The tree's life depends on the kindness of the community. If you all come together and share what you have, the tree will heal." Moved by Ajani's words, the villagers brought whatever they could, grains, fruits, tools, and placed them at the base of the tree. Their collective generosity and unity breathed life back into the tree, and it began to flourish once more. From that day on, the villagers of Olowoko learned the value of sharing and community. Bala's farm remained a place of joy and prosperity, and Ajani continued to watch over Bala and the village, his wise eyes reminding them of the lessons they had learned. Even years later, when children heard the story of Bala and his speaking goat, they would look to the old baobab tree and say, "Kindness is the root of all blessings."